Sports for Real with Coach Hall. I've told you guys before that I was a rideshare driver, and over the weekend I took a trip up I-95 into Georgia, headed towards Savannah. A couple of things happened on the way. When I got there, there's an exit where people were starting to back up right before you go over the overpass and into the merge. Well, there was a backup from the merge that pushed the traffic back right before the exit. There was this truck. I guess he thought it was an accident or something. He decides to do a U-turn over 2 lanes of traffic to get over to the exit. Now, he could see the person that was right next to him, but the next person over me, he couldn't see me. But luckily, he was far enough away from me that I was able to clear him with no problem. But if he had just kept going, he would have found that the traffic continued right on after that brief merge delay. Okay, now I said on the way there it happened twice, but no, it didn't. The second thing that happened, as I was coming back, still in Georgia, there was a guy that got behind me, and I guess he got impatient because I'm riding the middle lane. There's 3 lanes, 95 there. He goes behind me and then immediately passes in front of me. In other words, he took a angle. He passed me, got even with me, then cut across. If I don't tap on my brakes, I'm gonna hit this guy. So the point I'm trying to make here is the drivers today, when they pass you on the interstate, they're not looking to see if they clear you before they start moving over. They automatically assume that they're driving so much faster than you that they're going to automatically clear you. But that is not the case. It's happened to me several times, and it happened to me twice in that one particular trip. Why am I talking about driving on a sports show? Well, it's important to talk about driving today because on Friday night, Minnesota Vikings 4th round draft pick Khyree Jackson was killed in an accident similar to what I just described. This lady, a woman as you call her, came up speeding and tried to cut over and made contact with Jackson's vehicle. Ran him off the road and he hit several tree stumps and killed him. Not only did it kill him, it killed his 2 other partners. Isaiah, what's Isaiah's last name? Isaiah Hazel and Anthony Lighton. All these guys were teammates at Wise High School up in Maryland, and they all played college football. Jackson, who took a circuitous route, ended up making it to the NFL in the 4th round. And the possibilities for him were great because they were considering him to be a starting cornerback this year. So that is a great lost opportunity for Jackson as well as the Minnesota Vikings because we know they need it, especially with the way Green Bay is playing. But I just think that the drivers today, they just seem to be reckless, the younger drivers, I mean. And this particular person, Corey Klingman, I think is her name, she has a particularly spotted driving record. This person here has been cited twice for driving at a high rate of speed in a 55-mile-an-hour zone. One time she was going 69 in a zone, 55 zone, and then the next time she was clocked at 100 miles per hour in a 55-mile-per-hour zone. She was put on probation the first time, unsupervised probation, and we don't know what happened to her the second time. But it's clear that this person here does not need to be on the road. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. A lot of us have sped through 55-mile-an-hour zones before, but I never sped at such a high rate of speed like that through a 55. High rate of speed to me through a 55 is maybe 61. That happens all the time. But 69, you pushing it. 55, that's 100 miles per hour in that kind of zone is way too much. This person here does not need to be on the road. And if the judge had properly punished this person, then maybe Mr. Jackson and his buddies would still be alive today. But the odds of something happening to her, a little greater this time because it's high profile and made the national news and her record has been illuminated. So I expect to see some kind of punishment this time going toward Ms. Klingman. But as always, when somebody causes a wreck, somebody's drunk driving, which it looks like she was drinking some, they tend to go uninjured. They kill everybody around them, but they survive. And here is a case where she survived, and her passengers, they also survived without a scratch. So the three guys in the other car, they all gone. Klingman in her reckless ways walk away without a scratch. So the only thing is, what kind of character does this person have? Is she going to be bothered by that, or is she just going to flick it off, do this little punishment they give her and move on, or is it going to haunt her? Well, I hope it haunts her. Haunts her all the days that she killed 3 people because of her reckless behavior. But just by the way that the circumstances shake up, I can almost guarantee you that this person could care less. And the only thing she wants to do is get it over with and not concerned at all about the 3 guys who died. I don't know that for certain, but I'm going to pay close attention to what unfolds, and I'm going to find out more about Ms. Klingman. And when I do, I'm going to be the first to let you know what I found out. So I just wanted to recap tragic event up there for the Minnesota Vikings. Now this happened in Maryland, by the way, Prince George's County. That's right outside D.C. So, you know, out of traffic up there is kind of rough anyway. And to have somebody driving recklessly like Klingman did, that's a sad way to go out. And we ride share drivers. We see this kind of stuff all the time. So that's why I stay in the slow lane and drive slower than most. And somebody pass me, if I see them coming, and I figure they're going to try to cut me off, I'm already headed toward the brake. So that's just the way things have to be at times. So, but I will say to the family, you have my condolences, and I hope things get easier as time passes on. But Ms. Klingman, you got some rough days ahead, and you are well deserved of them. This is Sports for Real.